kind of weird because I haven't posted anything since a reaction video, and I have like a lot of stuff that I was supposed to post on this channel, but since I've been busy with school and music and like my dating life and stuff like that, I'm actually here to talk to you guys about something that just happened. And one of those is that today has been 7 years since, the name change and the whole rebranding of who I am as an artist and as a performer and all of that good stuff. As you guys can see, I am staying within the alt bad bitch, bag with, a lot of stuff as well. Also, I'm gonna actually explain to you guys about what it was like being signed to a label before going independent, if that makes any sense. But before anything, if you guys don't know who I am Cerise Hood, aka your favorite smoker, aka your favorite bitch. You feel me? Or what my friends on TikTok call me, the TikTok college magical girl. Or if your mind's been Johnny, I'm Kitten and the waifu, okay? But I know it's been a while since I've done like an actual sit down and talk video with you guys, but here we go. So, I would say 7 years ago was the timing that I had left the label, which I won't be mentioning, in the set label that I was signed to. I didn't know at the time that the contract was faulty and stuff like that, because being 18 and 19 years old and being happy that your career is finally taking off, you're doing things that you were hoping to do and stuff like that. But I wouldn't say it didn't happen until after I did my first headlining show, which was the Get Money and Stop Hating tour. And I was a co-headliner for that year because a lot of people were aware of my music at the time. And that's, by the way, when I started going by as Mo Money Minaj at the time. And then all of a sudden, like, a lot of people had started to compare me with being like Nicki Minaj and just only her because of the antics, the mannerisms, the lyrical content, and the way on how on spot it was. And my fashion kind of played off with the whole preppy pretty girl ordeal, being a royal and a rebel type of Barbie. And after a while, I ended up being signed to a label, signed the contract right off the bat, because of course I'm thinking, okay, this is like my moment, this is my time, this is my chance. And pretty much everything, well, not obviously, but and all of a sudden, me and my friend, who I've been friends with for a while now, technically speaking, it's been 7 years total since me and him have been friends. And also, we've also been label mates for a while as well. He was signed to of course, like I said before, the same label as me and everything like that, because if I'm not mistaken, he was actually one of the first artists to be signed, and I was really after the second artist behind him to be signed. But what was different about me and him at the time was that since I was freshly starting out, keep in mind, freshly out of high school, freshly graduated, I didn't even freshly graduated from college, but more like a community college ordeal. That was like a program that I was taking at the time, but it still counts as a college like program. So I did graduate from a college program and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, things were like on the up and ups, which I thought, but after a while, during the label meetings, people wanted me to be branded as a carbon copy of like female rappers that uses their bodies to sell sex or use their bodies for whatever the case or whatever the reason. So pretty much cookie cutter type of bitch. Now the one thing that I hate about those type of connotations is like, now don't get me wrong, I don't mind listening or supporting female rappers who talk about being sexually liberated or whatever the case may be. But it's just the fact that as an artist, it should be more to it than just, talking about, everything under the sun or the same shit that male rappers talk about. But the one thing that I love about being signed to a label, the one thing that I actually did not like was that any of the music that I was working on prior, when I was rapping and doing R&B music, because that was like my bag, and I was also doing like pop trap before it even became a thing or like a wave. Yeah, so me trying to experiment with that and all of that, the label denied it. They wanted me to work with something that the writers that they had for me, while my stuff was used for other artists, which I don't want to name and stuff like that, but just know, y'all are fucked up for that shit. You motherfuckers are not. Y'all motherfuckers are out of fucking pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket, way out of line. I hate the fact that being signed to a label, being told that I can't do one thing or another, those two things decided to not even contradict, it ended up messing with my mental stability. And for a while, it took me forever to refine my voice and to define it, or to redefine myself as an artist and to rebrand, until all of a sudden my cousin Triana calls and she was like, "Hey yo, Cerise, how you been? Da 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 da." I was like, "Wait, how long have you been?" And I asked like how long she's been calling me Cerise Hood. She was like, "That's been your nickname for years." And shortly after that, I was like, "Wait, that's the only name that still sticks completely, and having that name that sticks, kind of sets off the boundaries of being mischievous and being very mysterious, whatever the case may be." But how I define that name as being alternative, being, just an all-around bad bitch. Still keeping that bad bitch-like persona, but more alternative, more defined, more, I wouldn't say more likable, but more, I'm not even out of the box. But that's kind of where that lays. But now, here we are, 7 years later, I rebranded and redid my whole SoundCloud to me being like an alternative artist and who plays around with R&B and pop and everything else under the sun. And not only that, I'm actually happy that I finally became the artist that I've been wanting to be for years. And it's like, since then, I've been actually happy that I didn't sign to any other labels. Like, RCA, Republic, or anything of the sort. I'm not saying that I don't want to be signed to those said labels, but somewhere down the line in the future, after being independent for another 2 years, maybe, possibly, I'm hoping to look at to be signed to a label that will actually accept me for me and not make me to be a person that they want. And yeah, but if you guys want to know more about that, just let me know down below, because I do want to do like a cute little Q&A about it. I really want to. But now let's actually talk about some of the songs that I've actually now let's talk about like the music aspect now. When it comes to my music, like my music now is on a different level than what it was before, because at the time when I was doing my music was kind of all over the place. It didn't make sense, but I was actually experimenting, finding my way, trying to see, what makes me stand out. And then all of a sudden, I end up dropping a remix to Boo, and everyone started to see that, hey, like this is like, and I ended up actually realizing that, hey, like this is me. Like this is the artist that's been actually doing this shit for a while, but never really had a chance for anyone to actually hear me, instead of me being compared to me sounding like the next person or whatever the case may be. But what I like now as an artist with my music is more authentic, and I know for the fact that with a lot of shit that I've dealt with in the industry, I'm actually happy that I ended up changing for myself and for the betterment of myself, and I'm able to have more freedom and more creative control with my music, because it's now to a point where I'm actually ready to start doing visuals and really dope videos, because I really have a lot of different I have a lot of like ideas for the video, but I don't know where like my ideas for the visuals might go. But it's like I do have some really dope ideas. But I mean, that's kind of enough of me rambling. But if you guys want to actually check out any of my music, all of my songs from Boo to my freestyle to Rouge from Power Stone, all of that is on my Spotify and my Apple Music. Wave is on as well. Actually, no, the only song that's not on my Apple Music is Wave, and I'm trying to get that out there as soon as possible. But Wave is on Spotify. Moonlight is on all platforms as well, right along with the other songs that I mentioned. And hopefully, you guys get to hear more music from me. But also, if you guys want to check out my music channel, it'll be in the inbox, in the end card, in the box, or in the description box below. But while y'all are here, y'all can, just watch any of the playlists that I have here. But also, if y'all want to see any like makeup tutorials and stuff like that, I am thinking about bringing some bringing that back to my channel by doing some smoke with me videos and all of that good stuff. And yeah, and always remember to stay high, and I love you guys.